So once the clashing metrics are received by the coordinator, let's say that out of all of these, for example, out of all of these estimators have actually deviated from the median estimate. And for example, when the estimates have come in, the median estimate is, let's say, 20 man months. Now 20 man months, these estimators say this one is given 15, this one is given 25. Now you see, let's say that the permissible deviation is, say, 2 man months. So you have to be between 18 and 22. But these people have deviated. So why they have deviated, that must be known. So you must realize that this is empirical judgment. They have their experience. They have their reasons. This one is believing that it is taking less. This one is believing that it will take more. Why it is the case, that needs to be known. So the coordinator will then send a request for re-estimation. Okay, request for re-estimation will be shown. Now what will be the request for re-estimation? Obviously it will be a formal request in some sort of documented format, but also it will state the reason why the re-estimate was asked for, what was the median estimate, what are the values that the other estimators have given. All of this is done anonymously. No one will know who has been there. No one will know who has made the median estimate, or no one will know who has given what value, except that they will know this is the median values that they have appeared and you have deviated from it. Why? Please let us know. It's a request. So once the request for re-estimation is given, okay, so it is done to the anonymous estimators who have deviated from the median values too much. Then the revised estimates are done by these estimators and submitted to the coordinator. Now you see, this will go on until some median estimate is reached. This will go on until some sort of agreement is reached, and then the coordinator will accept it and then publish the final estimate. Okay. So let us look at the highlights of this. So after receiving the problem statement or project statement, that is the project and the requirements, the estimators review and submit their estimates to coordinator anonymously. Obviously anonymous, very important thing. When individual estimates clash too much with the median estimate, the concerned estimators, they are known maybe with their ID only, either ID number or their online location or ID or IP address. This is for online estimation. Okay, because nowadays it happens through web forms. People submit their estimates online, of course they do. So this may be for online estimation. They may be known just by the location or ID or IP address or whatever. So and these people are given a request to reconsider. They are given a request to reconsider. Now once that happens, so this will go on until clashes in estimates are more or less resolved. Now if there are, when I'm saying more or less resolved, sometimes clashes may not be resolved at all. Some people will stick to their judgment because they think that is correct. So ultimately you may have to accept it. The final revised estimates are submitted to the coordinator, who summarize and publish. What does he summarize and publish? He summarizes the other estimates and publish it. So what are the disadvantages of this? So it will take a long time to solve the clashes, and clashes that are not solved have to be somehow included in the report, if not dropped. That is, some of the clashes, if the clashes are dropped, that's a different story. But the clashes are not dropped, then they have to be somehow summarized into the main report, which is this one. Okay, so let's say these are being submitted, and in these particular, this one and this one estimate, some clashes remain and they have not been revised by these two people because they think that these are correct. So somehow when you accept it, you have to accept it at some point of time, because you're running out of time, so you have to accept it. So once you accept it, and you have to publish it also, you have to finally summarize the estimations, but you also have to include the values which have gone beyond. That also you have to somehow include. That is your prerogative. Now, because of this thing, we have the Delphi 2 technique. What is the Delphi 2 technique? Let's look at the diagrams for this. So once again, these are anonymous estimators. All these are anonymous estimators, and the problem statement is given to them. Okay, and the problem statements are distributed. And this is a coordinator. Now these anonymous estimators now go to a dashboard or common documentation area, which is for the estimators. Now in this dashboard, they have poured in their ideas regarding the project, regarding the problem statement, and the coordinator also gives coordination info. So he oversees the ideas that are coming in, gives in certain inputs. They may ask questions to the coordinator through the dashboard. The coordinator will answer again through the dashboard so that everyone can see. The dashboard system is there. So all the ideas, once you talk with each other, once you don't have to know who the other person is. So that anonymity is maintained so that peer pressure is minimized and so on and so forth. But you at least can talk to each other and form a basic idea. So when the basic idea is they are formed, or ideas are formed, and you talk to each other regarding what you think about the project, what you think about the merits and the demerits, etc. Then you may agree, you may disagree. Then if you're disagreeing, then you go back to the dashboard again, ask questions or give your opinion. They give you their opinion, and this goes on and on and on and on until and unless, more or less, through the dashboard, talking to the others and the coordinator, you will be able to solve most of the issues that were under clashes. Okay. So the estimators anonymously chat with each other to decide merits and demerits of the project. So this ensures minimal clashes in ideas. Because of the dashboard thing, you're talking to each other, so you know the others' ideas. You don't know the others, but their ideas you know. So you can incorporate some of the ideas, they can incorporate yours, so you more or less come to a conclusion in the dashboard itself. Now, then you go back and estimate independently and anonymously. No one knows who is estimating what, except that the dashboard was there, and the dashboard helped you come to more or less a clashless state, hopefully. And then you go ahead and you estimate and you submit the estimate. Now you see here also, there is one thing. Even after this, if you do have clashes, the coordinator will again ask you to resubmit, or not resubmit, will ask you to re-evaluate, just like in Delphi 1. In Delphi 2 also, the coordinator may ask you to re-evaluate if you have gone far away from the median, and the median is actually decided here in the dashboard itself. So if you go beyond the dashboard too much, what has been decided in the dashboard too much, if you go beyond that, then obviously the coordinator is going to ask you to resubmit, and then you have to do it. But the point with Delphi 2 is because of the dashboard system, because you actually talk to each other before you go ahead, many of the clashes are solved, if not all, and so this revising and re-establishing and requesting another estimate, this business becomes much less. It's minimalized or minimized. Now the coordinator then it goes into the process of estimation summarization, and then he publishes the final estimation. Okay, so you see, as I just explained, the estimators turn in their estimates. As said before, there should be minimal clashes and more convergence of estimation ideas. And the coordinator summarizes all the estimates info into single one, and the estimation is published. So this, in short, was Delphi 1 and 2 empirical estimation techniques as well as expert judgment.